When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense will get the football first. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella is always open.
Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Lost to throw again. Got his man on the outside. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Turning it on. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And the Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. With the run on first and goal. Bulldozes his way through. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fights off a defender. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make it.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Knowles! Fitted in the window for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And this is how I want to operate. Nice job. He catches the football, makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hands, and let his playmaker work. Get the ball to the wide receiver out wide. He'll do the rest. He'll get the touchdown. Nice job being on the same page, quarterback, wide receiver.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. The sure hands, it's Foster. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They go to the draw. Shakes off the defender. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. And the Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Miles.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's held. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Got his man on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Toss sweep to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Well, there you see the speed on defense. Offense trying to attack him with the run game to the outside, but how about the defense's ability to shed blocks, go east-west, and rally to the ball carrier, forcing him out of bounds for a loss.
Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Finds space on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a
touchdown, Florida State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he got the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Zings it complete to the right.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He'll throw on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Oh, they're after him. Punts it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The option look. He'll pitch it into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it. First down and more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. The pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-0. That's caught. It's Foster. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Dead center perfect.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to...
Oh, he's got some space. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good.
There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a live ball behind the line. Flying out to the left. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Noles. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Miles. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Bowie. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. Got it, looking for a first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 25. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Florida State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some speed.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Direct snap. Finds some fresh air. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Foster. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Got his man out of the backfield. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Noles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Now the play fake. Hauls it in. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They're going back to the ground. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them. In the
he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're in defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Foster. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game,